All right, it's your girl Tina. Hey family, welcome back to the channel. All right, so I just thought I'd come on and show you all the condition of this desk because it's really getting out of hand. And I said I'm gonna show how this desk is looking today. So I decided that I want to work on Christmas tags, holiday tags, winter holiday tags, whatever you want to call it. I want to do some fall tags and I want to do some Christmas tags and I want to do some winter tags, right? So I decided to just start pulling out, first of all of my gingerbread dies. And I said, okay, I need to start die cutting because it makes the process easier if you like have everything prepped and then you can start the creation or the creating, that's the word I should be using, the creating process, right? Sometimes when I just try to go cold turkey or a design or something to come in my mind, I get frustrated because my mind be running faster than my hands could work, right? In other words, what am I saying? The details or whatever the design is, it take me 5, 6 steps before I can get to the end product. And I want to hurry up and get to the end product. So I'm hoping, because this is my first time doing this, that by me prepping in this manner, by just die cutting a bunch of dies out that I know that I could use or I want to use to create different tags with, when the creating process comes, hopefully it'll be much smoother because I took the time to die cut everything. Does that make sense? Can somebody tell him thank you? Let's get in it. All right, so this is what I wanted to do. I'm just trying this method, see if it works for me. If it don't, oh well. I'll have a bunch of stuff cut out and I'll just use it as I see fit or whatever. But hopefully it works for me. All right, so what do I have here? I don't even know where to start. Like I said, I pulled out some of my gingerbread stuff. I started with that gingerbread dies. Then as I was running through things looking for the gingerbread dies, I ran across other items that I know that I kind of want to craft with this season. Of course, y'all know fall is coming and I got a thing for spiders. Crafting with spiders. Let me get that right. For somebody be like, what she mean she got a thing for spiders? Crafting with spiders and spider webs. So I pulled that out. And then I got a cute idea that I want to try with this garden patch die. It's like a window with the squares open. So I got an idea about using that. So I pulled that out. So now what I need to do is put this stuff to the side. Okay, so I got a basket down here. Got a basket right here that when I ran across stuff, I put it in the basket. That's number one. Pull out everything you think you might want to use. Now, this is a practice I do anyway, you all, when I get ready to craft for a season. Or if I got a certain project that I'm focusing on, like I did the Fresh Fruit Fridays. So I went and pulled out everything that has something to do with a piece of fruit. And I put it in a basket. So now when I get ready to create, everything fruit related is there. Does that make sense? That's kind of my normal process anyway. So this is taking it a different step or a further step. Now that I've gathered stuff, I wanted to sit here and just take my time and do nothing but die cut. And I tell you, I had so much fun today. Well, I'll say yesterday. I had so much fun. I got up, I did my prayer, my meditation. I went to the pool. I did my walking. I came back. I looked around in the sky with nothing to do. I said, okay, I'm going to try die cutting. Let me get my gingers ready because I want to make Christmas tags. And then I clicked on, and what is that, Hulu and Netflix, and I began to just watch movies and sit and die cut. And this is where my desk is left. This is what you see. This is what I ended with late last night. And I couldn't believe it. All right, so what did I die cut? First of all, I used, y'all remember these paper pads, matte stats that I got from Goodwill, half off. I used paper out of here, out of both of these. I used some brown construction paper. I mean, not construction paper, Lord, I'm thinking about work. Brown cardstock in 2 different colors, right, for my gingers. As you can see, I used some green, I used some white. So let me show y'all. Y'all see the dyes here. I got to clean this off because I could not. Only reason why I stopped last night, I had too much junk on this desk and it was irritating me. It was irritating me. Okay, so let me slow down. Where do I start? All right, so this is all the stuff that I die cut out. I used this Tim Thinlits die, and I cut out the boy, and I cut out these candy canes. And basically with these candy canes, I just did this out of little scrap pieces out of my scrap bin, because they were sticking out and I was looking for some other paper, and I grabbed this foil, and then I had some remnants of this white like paper. Okay, just a little sliver. So I made 2 candy canes. All right. Now I put these candy canes together only because these little stripe pieces, I wouldn't have been able to keep up with them to put it together at a different time. So I just went on and put those together last night as I was doing them. All right, but most of this stuff is not put together. It's just die cut. So these are the gingerbreads out of this Tim set. So I did a bunch of those. Did them 2-tone. I did white for those. I got an idea for that. Next, I used this mitten die that somebody sent me. And this time, you all, I don't know why I didn't write the name of the person, because when people send me stuff, usually that's what I do. But apparently I didn't do that this time. But this is the die, and you get the left and the right. You get 2 different sizes. All right, so I used that. Let me put this up before I lose the dies, and I hate when that happens. Okay, so I used that. Right, and I cut out a bunch of these mittens in both of this, and well, it comes in 3 sizes, I think. Yeah, 3 sizes. So I cut some out in both colors in all 3 sizes, right? And what I did was, because the first thing I cut was this little tag, and I'm sitting here watching this movie, and I'm just cutting, and I'm just cutting, and I'm pulling paper. And I'm like, girl, all you gonna cut is these tags. These tags. So then I said, okay, 2 sheets of whatever. 2 sheets go to each die. So that's what I did. I cut 2 sheets of dies each size. Does that make sense? Is what I did. Okay, I got some more over there in the other basket. So that's one of the ones I cut. Then let's talk about this tag. This tag, I wanted to use this. I had never used, well, I used it before, but I had never used the inner piece. I had never cut it apart. So I decided to use that. And as you could see, I did so many colors of this tag. This was the first thing that I started die cutting. And I used that paper from the matte stack. This stack. And this stack. All right, they had some beautiful colors in there. So these are the colors. Of course, you know I'm gonna do purple. I got an idea for the black. Okay, I figured I could use the black for a fall tag as well as a winter tag. So that's why I did the black. Did several of them. I did the blue. And I was thinking that I could use the blue to do winter tags. Got an idea. Here's white. Could be used universal. And then here's my harvest fall colors. I could do different fall tags with different elements to build a tag. I love these fall colors, you all. So these are all fall, okay? So I did that with this die. And here's the little piece that goes across the die. And I just did those all in the same colors, okay? Then, you all, I had pulled out that white. And let me get this die, see what I did with it. It is the snowman die, that Cottage Cuts. I used this die, and I just cut a bunch of these snowmen out. I think I end up doing like 25, 30 of these snowman. All right, so these can go on some, I'm going to make them tags. They can stand alone. As you see, there's a hole already punched at the top. So it could be a standalone tag, or you could put it on a backing of a different tag. Just different things you could do with it. So again, I just die cut, and I did this with like strips like this out of my scrap bin. So for your smaller dies, you don't have to cut a fresh sheet of paper. Go into your scraps. Don't throw your scraps away. This is good real estate here. So that's what I use that for. Okay. All right. So let's go on. Yeah, I had so much fun yesterday. Do anybody else do this? If you do, leave it in the comments. Let me know what's your thought about it. Do you like that process where you do a lot of die cutting first before you start creating? Okay. Then next on this table, which is driving me crazy, I just got other different dies that I pull. So here's the Sizzix Tim's Word for Christmas. I'm going to die cut a bunch of them. Here's his spider web. I plan to die cut this because I'm going to do day number 2 today. Just sit around and die cut. It is therapeutic. Let me say that. I think I was a little, when I came back from the pool, I wasn't as relaxed as I usually be because I got something on my mind, y'all. And sometimes, you know, you worry and you don't realize that you worry, and you stress and you don't realize you stress. And I found that die cutting and watching them movies, it relaxed me. All right, here's the other thing that I started that I said I gotta stop because it's too much was on this desk. This is a die that was gifted to me a while ago, a few years ago, actually. Okay, this is the die. I don't know where it's from, who gave it to me, but it was gifted to me. I had never used it before. This is my first time. And I pulled out that die, and I said I could make a tag out of this. This was, I had harvest in mind and Christmas once again. So I got my paper over here, a whole stack of papers, where I'm ready to start die cutting some of those oval shapes right here. And then as I was die cutting, the thought came to my mind for the mat or the layer top. So I pulled out this is what came to my mind. I've had this that I got, I think 50 cents at some secondhand store or a yard sale or something. But I remember paying 50 cents for it, and it said $2. So I never used this. I pulled this out, and I was like, that would be cute and gorgeous to make this like on a vintage flare for the layer piece. So I did that. So I plan to start off with this, continue with this die, cutting out some more of these frames. All right, so let's move this to the side. I did that. And here's my scraps and stuff from that. Here's scraps I got. And so, why didn't I toss these? I didn't toss these in the garbage because I have some of these tiny, tiny tags. Now, I know this is going to be time consuming. I got it even as small as that, right? So I'm going to take these little scraps and cut out these little tiny, tiny tags. Nothing goes to waste. Reminds me of my grandmother and my grandfather growing up. Oh my gosh. We always raised a garden. And then at harvest time, we went to the farm. And my grandparents got bushels. They didn't go and get a sack of potatoes. They didn't go get a sack of apples. No, they got bushels and bushels, multiple bushels of the same thing. Then we would have to come home, and one person was the peeler, and you had to peel them apples. Let's just use apples. You had to peel. Somebody was the peeler, and then somebody was the core, because you had to cut the apples. You had to core the apples. And then it was different types of ways Mama wanted you to cut the apples because of certain things she was going to make with them. Like, we had our own production, baby, in that on that back porch and in that kitchen. But nothing went to waste. Mama used everything. She used the peel. She used the apple. She used the core. Every piece of that apple got used except the little stem. And even the seeds, Mama let them dry out. She stored them. And then when it was time to plant for the next season, Mama had seeds. I'm just trying to help y'all. That's how we did it. And so even in my crafting, I think about that, and I still don't throw anything away. It could be used. Can you see? So if you got little bitty tags like this, you can use those little scraps. If you got little bitty tiny bowls like this, I could take the edge of this. That's a bow I could cut out. The edge of this, that's a bow that I could cut out. So nothing goes to waste. So I'll take all these scraps, put them in a basket, and then at the end of me doing the big die cutting, I'll go in and do the tiny little minute tiny die cutting. So that's what all of this is for in this pile over here. So let me talk about this. How did I get these little strips? So I would take this. This is a leftover piece, and I'm going to show you how I break it down. Okay, I would take this, and then I said this is big enough for some cuts. This right here is even big enough for a little bow. So I will cut this straight across. Just go in the save pile. I don't think I could do anything with this little stem, so this goes in the discard pile. All of this and all of this can be used. Snip, snip, that goes in that pile. This right here, the only thing I think I could use is this little corner. So this goes here, discard, and that goes over there. All of this over here is going in the garbage. That's how I break it down. Let's do another one. This right here, this can be used. Clip, this can be used, right? This probably is going to be discarded. Well, I would take this and I will see if I could put something there. I would be barely making it, but I could use it. So this will go here. This is discard. All of this I will keep. Last piece. I'm going to show you once again. Here's where I cut out. I could put something here. Let's cut that. I could put something all right here. So I'm going to cut this. This is discard. This is discard. And I keep that. So that's how I decide what stays in the keep pile and what goes. All of this is the keep pile because I could do little tiny tags. All of this is the discard. Throw it away. All right. If that makes sense, I hope that helped for you to understand my whole process about how I do this. Okay. So what else is on my little desk? This is going in a little basket by itself. All right. Now these are little dies that I had out. Right. I want to do some mason jar cuts. I got several mason jars and I got 2 tags. Here's some tags. This is a candy cane. I don't know where this come from because sometimes I pull stuff out and I don't put it back up right away. So I have a whole tin here dies that need to be put back away. So eventually I'll sit when I have nothing to do, and it's probably when I'm stressed out, right? And my nerves is wrecked. I'll sit and I'll pick each one of these and put them back in their rightful place. But for now, I just toss them in here because I don't want to lose any dies, right? So I got this bow here. I got this word joy. And I know where this come from because I just showed y'all that joy comes out of here. But I must have used it and then put it back. So I'll take time to do all of that. I got this one I want to make a tag out of. These two. One is a postage stamp. One is just a curl. What is this? Wavy like trim. I want to make a tag out of that. And then again I had these bows. Oh, y'all, this desk looks so much better. So watch what I'm finna do. I'm going to drop it right in here till I get ready to use these items. This is what my desk looking like. Oh, it looks better already. Okay, so then I pulled out these two because I wanted to, at first I was thinking, you know what? I think I'll do some coloring. And then I got into the die. Said, no, let me do my die cutting first. All right. So these two is right here just for visual. So they just on my desk for me to just look at because we finna go into fall and harvest. And I can't wait. I'm excited. All right. So that's on my desk. Here's this thing that goes to the Tim Holtz. And see how I did not put it back in the thing. So I'm putting that back up in here now. All right, so that was on my desk. All right, we getting down to the bottom. Paper and felt from another project. I always got wads of paper and I just stick it in my desk because I can always use that. Okay, my brayer. I had to use this brayer because I was practicing an ink technique that came to my mind in the middle of die cutting. This is how my process go. And I had to stop and try it before it leave my mind. So that was on my desk. All right, here goes some more scraps going over here in this pile of stuff, right? All of that can go there. And then I have my little, what are these called? Embossing folders. They like the trim, the edge embossing folders. I want to use these on some of my tags. So as I was die cutting, ideas of the actual tags was coming to my mind. So I stopped die cutting because these came to my mind and I went over to my embossing folders and pulled them out before I forget, right? Because when the creating process comes, if I wouldn't have had these sitting out here, a whole nother idea would have came to my mind. If I don't write it down or bring the products in my face, those ideas will just walk on the way and new ideas will come. So I stopped and I pulled these out and I put them in this little mug. Or what is this? I don't even know what this is called, but I got it from Goodwill for 50 cents. I think this is like what you put the milk in for your coffee and then you pour it in your coffee. However, pitcher, that's the word. I love it. And it's fall color. All right. So that's on my desk to stay for a while. So it's going to sit over here. All right, you all. This is it. I just want to come in here and clean this desk with you all. Show y'all what your girl is up to. I'm getting ready to make tags. Jill Norwood. Hey, Jill, if you watching. Jill inspires us every year, usually starting in July, to make Christmas tags because she gives Christmas tags away to her family every Thanksgiving Day. When the family gathers, Jill brings her Christmas gifts, and her gifts to her family are the tags that she makes from July all the way up until the day before Thanksgiving. And so I said, okay, I'm going to do it again this year. I haven't done it with Jill in about 2 years, but I used to do it with a lady named Crafty Rats. And I think about Crafty Rats all the time. I miss her so much. I miss her channel. I don't know what happened, but she decided to leave YouTube, and I do miss her. But I will participate in her 12-month year-round Christmas tags. So every month we had to make 12 Christmas tags and do a video. So that was my Christmas tag project that I would participate in. So after Crafty Rats left YouTube, I started participating and playing around with Jill. But I don't do it on Jill level because, honey, she got the arena locked down, baby. I dare not try to get on a platform where Jill is with them tags, them Christmas tags. Baby, I wouldn't embarrass myself. But I did come out and dibble and dabble with her, and I do like the idea that I'm able to gift Christmas tags to family and friends. So that's where this all comes from. All right. Okay, so thank y'all for rocking with me to clean my desk. This is on my desk too. See, this is what I'm talking about. I used this for a project 3 days ago. And this is basically a piercing tool when I did some journals. And so that's going to be my next thing. As I'm making Christmas tags, I'm finna start making some Christmas and fall journals as well. All right, so y'all stay tuned. My desk looks better, and I think I could die cut on. Can everybody say die cut on, Tina? Die cut on. I'm so silly. All right, y'all have a great day. I'll be back with another video, some other things that I want to share with you. Are you ready to make Christmas tags? Leave it down in the comments. All right, till next time, you all stay blessed and keep creating. Love you.